Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey, everybody. What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It's your girl Bondi Blue, and I'm back. Y'all, I think I'm having some technical difficulties. So I'm trying to see, okay? Because we just got back home yesterday from the birthday trip to Houston. Shout out to the Houstonians. Shout out to everybody that watched the video last night that I did. Just trying to test out the new laptop. It was a really good convo. We talked about a lot of the same stuff we're gonna talk about today, but we just gonna go into some depth on it. All right. Let me see how I'm gonna look right quick. Y'all let me know. What's going on, everybody? Right? You gotta let the applause happen. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Okay. Refreshed. Well rested. Okay. Ciao. I had so much fun in Houston. We went to some great restaurants. I just want to say Clark's Oyster Bar, delicious. I'm done. That's all I gotta say about it. Okay. I went shooting and now I have the vids frozen. Okay, frozen. Okay, freezing. That's what I thought. Mm, that's what I thought. Okay, so can y'all just give me 1 second? I'm gonna come back. Okay. I just need y'all to give me 1 second. So I'm gonna stay live, but I need to do a refresh. Just either hold on, go back to Erica, and then come back, whatever the fuck you want to do. But just give me a second because I want to do a refresh right quick. Hold up. Okay, hold up, y'all. Just give me a second. Okay, this is my other laptop. And I'm doing a restart on the other shit. And I also just wanted to test the Wi-Fi on here to see like what's going on. I just wanted to test it to see what was going on. All right. Hold up, y'all. I'll be right. Okay, I think that cleared up a bit. I'll be right back. Right. Then you roll your tongue from the back to the front. Now, fuck it up till I and come. Make sure I keep my neck. Then you roll your tongue from the back to the front. Shake it all and come. Make sure I keep in. Okay, listen. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. I apologize for the inconvenience, you guys. I really wanted to come to y'all fresh and shit working, but sometimes you got to do a little restart because I feel like it's better now, right? Little restart, little restart. Okay, so I wanted to go and start. I wanted to start with a "I told you so" moment, because y'all know how much I love to do that. Um, I told y'all that Drew was not given evolve. Drew was not given, I'm actually past this relationship. I see this man for who he truly is. I told y'all that. I didn't I tell y'all that in the last Ooh Ladies First panel and in my last review of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I told y'all. Okay? I said the way she is speaking about him as a father is letting me know how she's still weak to him because she's still trying to give him credit. Whenever somebody is stretching to give a nigga credit, even though they dogging him out, is because they looking for a reason to not see them as the terrible individual that they are, because then it makes it okay for them to go back. It makes it okay for them to, slip and fall on some dick. Okay? And I told y'all that. I said it. And then here we are on my birthday, girl. On my birthday. Evidence of what I was talking about when I was saying that Drew wasn't really giving me evolvement growth. It wasn't really giving that. Okay? It wasn't. And that's what we talk about when it's like, okay, women, this is when it becomes accountability on your part, right? We can talk all day about how these ain't shit. We can. Listen, we are going to, bitch. But this video today is sponsored by bitches that need to take some accountability. I hate to call you. I'm trying to grow out of it, y'all. Please. Please let me grow out of it. I'm going to try to stop calling because I was thinking about that. I was like, I really am trying to get into a space with women that don't speak this way. At least I think, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to elevate the energy so that I can like bring forth the opportunities that I want for myself that are a little bit more elevated in the emotional and the mental, that you know what I mean? Like that pushes forth this safe space for women, and for people in general, like just this safe space. Like I want to move more into this. Like it's purposeful for me. And I know I gotta stop calling y'all bitches in order to get I'm trying, bitch. Okay. Listen, I'm trying. But this video, I know y'all see the people that's in this video, right? TS Madison, Khia, yeah. But Jess Hilarious, the India girl, Cardi B, and we starting off with Drew. Y'all got to take accountability at some point, and this is the point where the accountability needs to start for women. Because y'all, there's always some niggas trying to act like, oh, women don't want to be accountable. Yeah. All of that. But that's not what you talking about. Most of the time when men talk about women not being accountable, no, you just want women to deal with your bullshit. You want them to be accountable for your bullshit. You don't really want them to be accountable for their own shit. Because if women were actually accountable, they would not continue to give these niggas chances to fuck up their lives. Y'all would not continue to give these niggas chances to make you a victim. And we let y'all get away with this shit at a certain age range. Like India Love, oh, we gonna give the young lady some grace even though she look dumb. We gonna get to it. We gonna give her some grace because she young. Your brain ain't picking it up yet. But when we move to Drew, who like a 40-something-year-old damn near woman, and you still want to play these games of oh, my husband, we have a family. Girl, he don't care nothing about that when he locking you out your house at 1:00 in the morning and making you go to a hotel. He don't care about none of that when he trying to take money out your pocket, making it harder for you to take care of you and these children, not helping you because he wants to be vindictive and vengeful and spiteful and childish, right? He don't care about none of that when it comes to this real life shit that you need help with. But let a nigga cook some barbecue and now all of a sudden, here is the real man. Drew, I'm gonna need for you and your bad wig to take accountability. Let's watch.
What you call me? Hello, Ralph. What you call me? Hello, Ralph. What you call me? Yo, Drew, I made all of this food here. The steak, the hot dogs, the chicken. Let me taste it. I'm gonna sit down and make me a plate. Oh.
Hey, Helen.
Oh. Hey,
Hi,
grandmama.
Helen. You Ralph made the steak?
Oh, look.
Who's recording? Who's recording? I want to know who's recording right now. Right now, who's recording this video? They're a perpetrator in this mess because it's given. Look at her, y'all. All that shit she be talking. Look at her. And this is going to make her look dumb in court. This is going to make it seem as if maybe we should not give you what you're asking for because you don't even know what the fuck you want.
Look at this.
Wow, that's so good. You making them.
Yeah, the top ain't good enough for me. I need you to cut it open. Then I could see if you cooked it because I need my steak to be medium. I need my steak to be medium. Just because you put that shit on the grill, them thin ass steaks, put them thin ass steaks on the grill and got a grill burn on them. And I'm supposed to think that mean that shit not dry.
Drew's making the cabbage. Her saute.
And please don't get me wrong, y'all. Please don't get me wrong. Like, I love family get-togethers. And I was hanging, me and Lyric, when we was out in Houston, we was hanging with our family, okay? I love my family. My family are the only people that I will extend myself to make shit work with over and over again. Like, those are the only people that I will get into it with, give it some time, come back, and still try to have these moments with you. Now, there are still boundaries in place. Please understand me. Please understand. Boundaries, bitch. I'll see you at the next family function. Okay? But all in all, I do understand what it feels like when everybody's on one accord and it feels good to be with your family and have a good time and not have all of this negative energy. Probably also wanting to make it nice for the kids. And that's the trick. That is the fucking trick for the woman to have it in her mind that let's just make this nice for everybody. In the man's mind, he's like, I'm going to eventually use this shit against her. And I can't wait to. I can't wait. So I could use this very beautiful family moment as a way to make her look as if she's lying about everything she says that's happening. Because if I was really this bad guy, why would you, be letting me feed you dry ass steak? Girl. Why would you be letting me be upstairs? Why would you be having this holiday with me, having this, real, the OJ's family reunion, a family reunion. Oh. Like, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, I was right about that. And then I was also right about Phaedra. I wish people would listen to me. That's all. But it's fine that you don't. I'm very much in a space of I don't always have to be right, but I know when I am. Because I've had like several run-ins with this, right? I've already done what you're doing, right? I've already thought, oh, Phaedra's on a new show. Maybe she'll be able to, regain me liking her. Maybe she'll do something redeeming. You know what I mean? Maybe she'll be interesting. Maybe I'll get a kiki and a laugh, and then all of a sudden I'll be back liking Phaedra. When the truth is, I never really liked Phaedra all of that much. I never liked Phaedra all of that much. I don't like fake godly people that end up being deviants. I hate that shit. I have a real strong dislike for fake ass church people that really do freak nasty shit in private. But as long as they can put on a peplum and a skirt that's right above their knees and go down to church or courthouse, they can turn to the next woman and turn your nose up at her like you wasn't busting it wide open with all of the little people that you enjoy spending time with, bitch. Yeah. I don't like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like that. I don't like that fake ass shit. If you're going to be somebody that is in the church and that does have a deviant Saturday night lifestyle, do me a favor and keep all of your judgment and your stank nose facial expressions to your motherfucking self, because you're not standing on solid ground here, ma'am. And that was always my issue with Phaedra, right? How you gonna call somebody else a whore when you on the same type of time just in private? I don't like that. I don't like that in general, okay? So when it comes to Phaedra, every time Phaedra went to another show, Phaedra was doing the same type of phony ass shit. Acting like she had a man, the nigga really wasn't her man. acting like something real was going on when really she knows how to withhold and just give a little bit so that you will think something is happening and maybe we can just peel back the layers. It's all manipulation. Bitch is not gonna ever share anything real that's going on with her. Even when she got on Married to Medicine and faked vulnerability with them on that first reunion to get them to want to be around her or get them to want to bring her in, all she had to do was stroke their ego. Oh, maybe if I was around women like you, I would have stayed married. We knew that was bullshit when she said it. We just didn't know how much bullshit it was. That was such a bullshitty thing to say. Look at Apollo. If being around a group of women was going to make you stay with Apollo, you did not need to be around that group of women. That's insane. That nigga over there abusing, cheating, and probably dogging that weird, thirsty, immature, teenage brain having ass bitch that he with right now, not with, whatever going on. Nobody wants to be with that nigga long term. Cut it out. To me, he the type of dude you might go out on a date. If he good at sex with, I feel like low-key he may not be, but because if you pretty, just like men try to project onto women that if women are pretty, they don't really think they have to do a lot in a bed. It's the same thing with men that are attractive or men that have big dicks. If men know that they're attractive or men know that they got a big ass dick, they're pillow princesses. They're going to lay on their back and let you do all of the fucking work. Sorry, that's not me. You going to get up on your feet, nigga. You're gonna get up on your feet and get this pussy a round of applause. I'm not playing these games with y'all. Baby, make that drop it to the floor, make that. Let me see you bust it, okay? But what they say about Phaedra, I told y'all Phaedra wasn't shit. I told y'all she wasn't going to do nothing but give y'all some written one-liners and some little fake funny shit in the confessionals. But in real life, everything was going to be said beneath her breath. Now, she conniving, and that works out good on reality TV to be a conniving person that's about image. That works great for television. But unless you really being vulnerable, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have the real pull that it could have if you were being vulnerable. Phaedra is not vulnerable. Phaedra has not been vulnerable since Apollo made her be vulnerable. She's never been vulnerable to the point of not even wanting to tell y'all how far along she was in her pregnancy. The lady don't want to share nothing with y'all. And so that's the reason why she doesn't make good TV for real. It looks good. It sounds good, but you don't really get no meat out of it. That's why when people say stupid shit like they prefer her to Candy, I'm like, based on what exactly? All we got from her was Apollo and Khia, and then her lying on Candy and using stupid ass Portia. That's it. That's all we got from her. Candy. We got when Candy first came on the show, Candy doing music with Kim Zolciak. Candy's boyfriend who was cheating on her and all of that wild ass shit ended up getting killed. Then she got her daughter. Then she eventually found Todd. Then you got Mama Joyce. Then you got how Mama Joyce feel about her friends, Carmen and Don Juan and everything. Then you got the businesses that she starts. Then we had the Candy Coded Nights and all of that. Like Candy being vulnerable made herself the gift that kept on giving. And she's still a Taurus and somebody that's heavily guarded. But when Candy can get up there with the goat throat and cry and show you what the life is really like, no matter how y'all gonna judge her, get on Watch What Happens Live. That's my mama. No, that's my mama. Okay? Like all of that, that's meat. We get to eat off that. We ain't eating all fucking Phaedra. Fuck out of here. Thank you, Ken Goddess. Happy birthday, girl. Thank you. Do y'all see? Y'all, I went shooting, right? Y'all, I'm still really good at shooting. I'm so excited. That's another reason why I want to move to Houston, so that I can go to gun ranges and shoot all the time. Believe it or not, Louisiana, even though we have that same type of gun situation, it's not the same. It's not the same. I was like, oh, I want to come here. I could shoot more here. But yeah, y'all, a shell popped in my boobs. After that happened, my husband gave me his shirt. So Get my titties throw up. Okay. It's another reason why don't nobody want no big ass titties. Okay. Can't do shit. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. I appreciate you. Y'all, I had a good time. Y'all, I'm so confused about, but yeah, y'all, shout out to Kenya. Phaedra ain't shit. If my Jalen talking about if Fallon was on the show, they'd probably get more views. Yeah, for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, so we could see Fallon and Portia go at it. Absolutely. But outside of that, you and that lady ain't that entertaining, Jalen. Just calm down. Okay, just calm down. Stop being on the internet vying for a job that don't nobody won't give you. Even though I would like to see that. Okay. Okay. The way Fallon don't say shit and just start running. Girl, why does she look like a villain?
From the dead. Now let's bury the past for good. I snatched my...
Oh, yeah. Girl, we'll go through this. We'll go through this on the Real Housewives of Atlanta review when I do that. I'm not ready to do that yet. I ain't even really watched the episode. That's why they saying the ratings were so low. Series low. You think? I don't give a fuck about Phaedra. Nice try, hoes. Okay? Nice try, hoes. Anyway, I listen, I love all the advice that people give. But sometimes I feel y'all be like, you know, I hate, maybe it's a Gemini thing and like the fact that I'm 37, but like I really hate when people talk to me like I'm 24 or like I'm a child or something. My mom does this a lot and I let her get away with it. But when y'all do it to me sometimes, I just kind of be like, how do you see me? Like I'm very interested. Like, how do you see me? Right? Okay. And there's no tea, no shade. But like I read somebody's comment about moving to Houston and the way they were talking to me, like I would not research a place I want, or like I don't live in New Orleans, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from Houston. So obviously I've been to Houston many times, especially running away from hurricanes and shit. But it's just, I was just like, you know, somebody was like, our humidity is more consistent than New Orleans. I was like, is that what you think? It's like sometimes I think the way y'all are describing Houston to me, you think I don't know Houston, but it just makes me think you don't know New Orleans. Because I was like, humidity? Girl, what? Humidity? You think Houston's humidity is worse than New Orleans humidity? Hey, somebody tell me to, you know, just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it's better. You think. You think at 37, you know, just like my mom telling me, you know, watch your surroundings because you think that me and the 38, almost 39-year-old man have been walking around thus far, Black people, college educated. Like, you really think that our heads are not, we grew up in New Orleans. You think our heads are not on the swivel? You think we're not paying attention to our surroundings? Do you know the life we live? Okay. No, I appreciate it, but it's like, you know, to some extent, it's almost like, how do you see me if you think I'm not going to like, you know, have my own back? You think me and the grown man are not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just be wondering sometimes. And I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate people caring about me. I do. I don't want y'all to misunderstand it. But sometimes I just wonder, you know, like, what be going on? Like, how do you see me? Do the pigtails throw y'all off? Like, what be going on? Because I look young, you know, the baby hair. You think, you know, I think people look at me sometimes and think I'm still, you know, like a child or something. And I'm like literally, you know, almost 40 years old. Grown ass married woman. You know what I'm saying? It just be weird to me sometimes. That's all. I love y'all though. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love the mothering spirit that is given to me. Okay. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get into more of the show. We're gonna go to TS Madison first, but I just want to say this. Tory shot Megan Thee Stallion. Everything that's being released is shit that's already been talked about, reviewed, and is now being re-reported to skew as if there's some new information. If you really want to run with that, that's your prerogative. I am no longer reporting on the matter. Because every time they say they're going to, oh, something else. Every time we see it, if you were paying attention to the case like I was, you know, it's something that has already been brought up and been explained away by something else. But because they are giving you a piece of it, you're going to think that that's new information. And shouldn't we care about somebody that's not supposed to be in jail? Talk to the motherfucking judge about it. Talk to the judge about it. I love that was it Gavin Newsom, the governor of California? I love that he has not responded to any of this. And I think he should continue to ignore it as if it is nothing. It's a non-motherfucking factor, because that's what it is at this point. It's a non-motherfucking factor. For everybody confused out there, the trial already happened. All of this information was already reviewed in the case. Nothing was held out. Even that lie that lady keeps telling about how he didn't defend himself on the stand because there was a gag order, y'all, that's a lie. The gag order was to stop him from talking on the internet prior to the case, because Megan Thee Stallion was quiet and he was making videos and lives and making albums and doing music videos, chopping up hooves. Like, I guess y'all forgot about the time period where Meg didn't say anything. Meg tried to protect him. And y'all also forget that Meg didn't file the charges. Y'all forget that part too. So when y'all show up to Meg's event screaming free Tory, what is that supposed to do? That's the thing that drives me insane. It's how y'all think that Kelsey possibly doing it still means that we should go and harass Megan, not harass Kelsey. I don't see y'all harassing Kelsey. I see y'all harassing Megan. And it's because you don't like Megan. It's because you hate Megan. Maybe it's because Megan looks like this. Maybe it's because Megan looks like this. And everybody wants to hate the woman that looks like this, knows she looks like this, embodies it, uses it, flaunts it. Y'all feel like bad things should happen to these women because you feel like not being this attractive, not being seen as this, admirable, means that if bad things happen to her, it balances out the universe for you, right? Right? Makes you feel like if bad things are happening to her, that means she ain't all that. Yeah, I may not look like that. I may not have all of that, but hey, it ain't shot me in the foot, right? On some level, the women that are continuing to have this back and forth with that's what's going on at some point. People that continue to try to dwindle her down to her sex appeal as if the college, like doing all of this mentally impressive things, disciplined things, finishing school at the same time as going through all of this, losing her mom and her grandmother, being successful in this very fucked up ass hard business, being actually a good rapper. If anybody's listening or paying attention, she doesn't just rap about ass. Like, a lot of it is about her experience as a woman and what she goes through and her feelings. She really is good. She really is. And then she looks like this. And so if you feel like because she has all of those good qualities, that means that little nigga should get off on shooting her. If you're really going to make yourself believe that in a car of a driver, the best friend, the little midget man with anger issues and a previous violent history, and the rapper female that does better than him, that he probably feels intimidated by on some level. And from what we understand, the conversation was her ribbing him and saying how he's not as successful as she is. He wasn't. He was not. When this happened, when they were in that car, she was the bigger star, just as she is now. Just as she is now. And I love the fact that every time y'all try to get online and drag this woman down with this bullshit, she's somewhere making more money. I'm going to buy me that fucking bathing suit. At the end of the day, Megan and a lot of women like her are the example of how it doesn't matter how we move, how we try to protect y'all, how we try to stay quiet. Y'all can harm us and then make us the bad guy and how you harmed us. Using the glass, her saying she cut her foot on glass, using that, which we've already discussed, we've already covered it. using her lying to protect him as a way to come back and say she was lying about the bullet fragments that were taken out of her foot by the doctors. I'm not doing this with anybody. Yes, this is sick at this point. At this point, this is sick. This is fucked up. And if y'all are going to continue to be online with this bullshit, what I feel like re-traumatizing this woman and every woman that can identify with her, I'm sick and fucking tired. Leave me alone. Stop talking to me. I don't want to argue with any of you motherfuckers. This is a dead issue at this point for me. Tory shot Megan. The end. She looks so good. Oh my God. The muscle in the leg. The body is killing. I love this hair on her. She looks perfect. She looks amazing. She looks amazing. Gorgeous. I'm getting me a bathing suit, bitch. Okay, so with that being said, let's move on. I think we should get into TS Madison, right? Because TS Madison is the intro to Just Hilarious. Because I feel like on some level, that had to have been what she was responding to. Because what the fuck were you even talking about, girl? Let's see. So Khia and TS Madden ended up. Hold up, child. Let me find. I need to find the beginning of it. Okay, but we know Here we go. So TS Madison goes off on Khia for saying TS tried to get her DC Pride performance canceled. I don't need to stop your bag. You stop your own bag. You was booked for $2,500 and some lemon pepper wings. Oh my God, let's get into it. And to be very clear, it is very obvious from back in the day when Queen's Court was going on to now that Khia self-sabotages. And I want y'all to peep this. When I talk about we have to be accountable, right? Black women, when y'all adopt all of these harmful, fucked up mindsets and then you internalize them, when people call y'all bitter, this is really the bitter. This is really the bitter. Your life didn't even have to be like this. But the way you have something inside of yourself that is rotten, and then it just churns and affects the people around you, you are self-sabotaging and you want to blame somebody else. When really, if you would have just relinquished whatever it is that keeps holding you to that bitter place, you could have had more success in your life. I feel like this is what was happening. I don't want to work with them. Sometimes you have to like stretch beyond yourself so that you can have a better life later. Sometimes it is about the long game. And a lot of people don't think about the long game. They think about right now, always right now. Sometimes that works out for people. Sometimes it doesn't.
Now, I want to talk about this washed up has-been, Khia Sorrento. Right? Nobody even drives Kias anymore. And if you do get step your credit up, girl. You go out here on this stage, right? And you get to DC. I didn't even know that you were really booked because I'm so booked. You get here and you let these I want to talk to the homosexual men first. Allow that woman to say that I tried to call to stop her show. Girl, you were booked for lemon pepper wings and $2,500. You came there in a sheen white lace set with a pair of Blair White biscuits on, standing in front of the stage screaming a 35-year-old song, neck and back, bitch. Are you kidding me? You haven't been booked since we...
It's not 35. It's not. It's probably 27, 26. That's still old as fuck.
Lit. You are your own cancer, Khia. You speak about us being men in wigs, men in dress. You speak about this, right? You never take any accountability for the things that you say. You canceled yourself. You open your mouth. You call us sissies in wigs, punks in dresses, niggas and dudes, and blah, blah, blah. You're not... Now, I want to talk about this washed up head, blah, blah, blah. You're not a faggot. So you don't have authority. You don't have the right to use those terms. You're not a faggot. You're adjacent to the community. You sit here and you do this, and then you blame your mistake of the Queen's Court was thinking that you were lower than what you were. And my mistake was thinking that you're bigger than you are. Because the entirety of your career, you've been a detriment to your own self in the entirety of your career. You're correct, I elevated when I separated from you. You were a cancer. You're a cancer to yourself, and you are going to be a cancer to me. Ma'am, I just bought a $1.3 million home. Are you kidding me? Me stopping your $2,500 booking and your lemon pepper wings was not going to do anything to my purse, miss. My flight from DC in Delta One from LA was $2,500, girl. You've lost the entirety of your mind. I made $50,000, bitch, in 24 hours. There is nothing about you that I needed to take anything from. You came and you sat in my $500,000 home and went back to your slave.
Listen, I want to be like her when I grow up. I don't care what y'all talk about, bitch. I'm all about residual income, a good record, and flying around in expensive, nice clothes, bitch. And not name brand, just well-made, nice clothes, okay? Shit that's got a lining on it, okay? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, you be wanting to buy shit from Shein because, oh, it look good on the model. You get it. It ain't got no lining, and that's the problem. Do the Asian people want us to sew the lining on the clothes?
Cabin, bitch. And you constantly talk about my basement, girl. That blah, blah, blah. You're not a faggot. So you don't have authority. You don't have the right. Basement was one of the biggest elevations that you've had since your neck and your motherfucking back. Next caller came from that. And that was the last thing that really hit, that stuck for you. Nothing that you, not even down to your sour ass pussy that you have, that there's anything that I could steal or want anything from. Your grandkids got cock eyes. Bitch, you produce cross-eyed ass grandkids, bitch. Your daughter worked down there to the Kmart, bitch, and she still work over there. Bitch, you drive a GMC truck, an 82. You got yourself a frozen cup from the side of your house. Man, there's nothing that you're doing that inspires me. Your music is cute. It gets on television shows. That my voice is on tour right now. I'm receiving mechanical royalties right now from Beyonce.
Come on, mechanical from Beyonce, okay? And listen, if for nothing, I need for y'all to know that mean I'm making a lot of money.
You've lost your mind. Man, we split 10 years ago. I may throw a jab to you here and there. But to stop your bag, you are your own problem. And you faggots that were, oh, girl, y'all stay out of my face. You punks know. Y'all called me years ago asking me, do I fuck with that lady? I said, I don't do any business with her, but y'all can do whatever y'all choose to do. This was years ago. And then all of a sudden, it was one of the biggest elevations that you see that the real pride, because y'all not the real pride, y'all are just the subsidiaries. You see that the real pride booked me, and then you want to be controversial and say, oh, well, let's book Khia because, you know, it's this type of situation. Sweetie, you think too high of yourself. Your pussy is still on its neck and its back. Her net worth and my net worth are two different net worths, niece. You're the niece now, I'm the aunt. And I didn't, for one time, call any of y'all to try to get this girl show canceled.
I'm sorry, y'all. Her pussy is still on my neck, my back. That, oh my God. That was a hell of a one-liner. Your pussy's still on my neck, my back, bitch. I'm sorry, that was rude.
I don't care about her like that. I know she's struggling. I've seen her paperwork for the masters to my neck and my back. I know she's struggling. Oh, what it takes for her to get clearances on her songs. She left the paperwork to my house. So I know what it costs to clear her stuff on my neck and my back. She does not own the masters to that. She does not.
Damn,
so when she was arguing with the city girls and all of that about they didn't clear it with her, when they said that they cleared it with who owns it, they cleared it with who owns it. She gets a percentage. Sudden, you see that the real pride, because y'all not the real pride, y'all are just the subsidiaries. You see that the real of it. I know the man you was laying up in the bed fucking, kicking it with, took all the money and invested in
bitch, who in the background?
Kevin Gates vitamin water.
All right.
And he went and tattooed Kevin Gates on his neck. The nigga you was laying up fucking. I know your business, Keisha.
I'm sorry. Let's stop right there. I need us to rewind. Did she just say the nigga that Khia was fucking with was fucking Kevin Gates? Because I heard it. I heard, oh, he invested in Kevin Gates vitamin water. Then I heard he got Kevin Gates tattooed on his neck. Kevin Gates does have a very special bisexual type energy. Khia, was you and Kevin Gates fucking the same man? Was he between a K and a K? I don't know. I'm wondering.
Miss Khia, I know where your money got took. I've never taken anything from you, bitch. You don't holler at me, shouty.
Just because I'm wondering what type of straight man gets another man's like face tattooed on his neck. That's all. I'm just wondering. I need to see evidence of this. But I also feel like if that is the case, you want me to believe that any man is just out here giving you money and getting neck tattoos and ain't no dickish happening whatsoever? That would explain Khia's misdirected anger. Oh, wait, listen. I feel like, thank you, Arthur Phoenix Williams, for being a member. I feel like what we now understand is when the girls have these types of issues, and that's why I say this is the intro to Just Hilarious. Khia is giving, I got cheated on with a man, so I'm really like bitterly homophobic because I haven't been able to release myself from the anger of that feeling, right? The anger and the hurt of that feeling. And now I've kind of like, instead of putting it on the man, I'm going to put it on the object of the man's affections. Like, it's the same thing as fighting over dick. I need for y'all to understand accountability and growth and maturing is realizing you don't fight over dick in any capacity, right? That's why Cardi's up here too. That's why India's up here too. Because at the end of the day, all of y'all ain't doing nothing but fighting over dick.
I was always your friend or tried to protect you or whatever, but fuck you. I take my jazz at you here and there because it's funny. But bitch, at the end of the day, I don't need to stop your bag. You stop your own bag. Errol Wilson, I would have appreciated had you opened your mouth and said that girl never contacted me, that no one from that girl's camp ever contacted me. When they posted that shit on Gay Magazine that she was with, I was radio silent. I didn't say a word. I didn't say anything because I didn't care. I don't care. I know you're struggling, Khia. Look at your clothes. I know you're struggling. Look at your of it. I know your clothes. You got up there in that white lace from Shein that was 2 times smaller than your size, girl. Built like a Oompa Loompa, a small Oompa Loompa. People should know that your mind is all jacked up because you went and got your ass done and not your teeth. You went and got your butt done, and your mouth is still raggedy to this day. To this day! Are you kidding me? Your grandbaby eye does this. And you went and got your ass done, and you didn't get your grandbaby no Lasix? Ma'am, stop it. Your priorities have always been fucked up. You fumbled Janet Jackson. I should have knew you was gonna fumble me. Whole side tooth over here, bitch. And you talking about something your neck and your back. You're a bum. I might be a chick with a dick, a man, a Mandigo, He-Man, and all this stuff, but you're broke. And you're tired. And your neck and your back needs a pillowcase to rest.
And see, to me, this is how you measure how it really matters, right? It's how you measure if it really matters. If she that mad and that miserable, and TS is doing that well and sitting that pretty, one person's winning. One person is not. I'm just saying. This is why y'all got to stop being so fucking bitter and so angry and so, anti everybody, contrarian. Fuck them. Like, I experienced that so much growing up in New Orleans. A whole bunch of angry ass, negative, just real gutter snipe women, right? When y'all are unhappy in y'all lives, I need for y'all to connect the dots on why. Connect the dots on why. Because you spend too much time not taking accountability for your own actions, and also being mad at shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's weird. Thank you, K. Schmidt. I appreciate you, boo.
You're dirty. Clothes. Your periods stay on, bitch. You need domes all the time. Bitch, you always tore up. There's not a place or time that you've ever looked nice anywhere. You're always torn up. Your dreads are raggedy. Girl, they smell like motherfucking castor oil. Bitch, you're dirty.
Y'all, castor oil, like, unless you put something in it, I feel like, does it have a smell? Nah, she smell like vegetable oil. That's what you mean.
Your money. Got Kevin Gates' face tattooed on his neck so that you can sleep next to him every day and see that.
Who is the people in the car laughing? I'm fucking done.
Tell the real reason why you don't like punks. I'm talking about Khia. That's what I'm talking about. I call that girl Khia-vitis. Man, your gums are too black to even speak to me, girl. Your gums are too black to even talk to me. Shawty, the reason why I motherfucking told those people to let you to clear that, because I know I was hoping that you was gonna try to get this lined up or something. Get out of here. Anyway, y'all come on out and see me in Baltimore, girl. Yo, money.
I'm tired of doing that now. I love my LGBT community.
The whole thing is gay. His shit's in
That hoe is a hater.
No, I like TS Madison. I like her.
You bad body bitch. If I would have got on you and your mama, I would have been wrong.
I like her.
Be cute.
I like her.
You
helped that bitch come famous.
I helped that bitch. Bitch, back down.
To the queen.
The
queen.
The queen.
Cardi B singing your song.
I helped you, bitch.
She recorded, bitch.
Was nobody in your basement before I came home? Stop. Leave me the fuck alone, bitch. That hoe tried to call and get this show canceled. That's why I said that.
No.
Oh, she don't fuck with the LGBT community. Don't book her. We boycotting. We need to start booking more LGBT artists. Bitch, I dare you. You've been doing this for 10 years. I'm tired of you.
Yeah, wait, we gonna be there.
I don't mention you.
We gonna be there with that. Hey, look.
But I just wanted to let you bitches know.
Again, what is it? Much love.
Hey, I just want to say.
I'm tired of them with that.
She ain't gonna never be much love. She ain't got it in her. She ain't got it in her, girl. Oh, Lord. Let me see. Because Khia then ends up screaming into her cell phone.
The reason why your knock-knee, gavel-mouth ass just getting this new bag, bitch, is because I told him to get it. But look, puss asshole, look how I took for you. Look how I took for you to come out. Look. Bitch, you sound Ma'am, you sound crazy.
Everybody, bitch, what?
Bitch, you sound crazy. Holla at Will Packer, bitch. That's who stole from you, bitch. Holla at Will Packer. That's who stole from you. Bitch, holla at that nigga, bitch. Holla at that nigga that took your money, bitch. Holla at that nigga pussy asshole that took your money. Fuck ass, bitch. You sour mouth asshole.
Let me tell you something. I really don't believe TS Madison blocked her opportunity or anything. I just don't. Because at the end of the day, the shit that comes out of Khia's mouth is enough. It's enough. I also feel like that little video, that shit was giving skit. That shit was giving, let's make it a moment type of bullshit. It gave the punks in the room wanted to like, let's make it a moment. Let's make it a moment. Okay? That's what it felt like to me. But at the end of the day, I do feel like it's some weird ass shit for you to be so homophobic, so transphobic, but constantly want to use people. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm the type of person, if you don't fuck with me, please stop trying to utilize me. Because if I don't fuck with you, I'm not really trying to utilize you. Let's be clear. Not in that way, bitch. Okay? Like, not like this, where you just like raggedy on people. Like, she talk about gay people so bad, and then you gonna go do a pride show? That's wow.
Broke down ass slave cabin living ass motherfucking hoe. Lay on your neck. Lay on your back. Lay on your neck, bitch. Lay on your neck. Lay on your back, bitch. Because it ain't doing nothing for you, girl. It ain't doing nothing for you. Oh, bitch, listen. The reason.
Just live your life, girl. Don't be getting no guys telling lies. You do be trying to stop people bad, girl. And you need to be happy that the queen gave you a little bit of life, because you will never shine, bitch. You don't have nothing going for yourself on. You need to thank me and bow down and kiss the bottom of my feet for giving you a little bit of life that you got that is still darkness, girl. You is all in your feelings today, girl. Look how I just live rent-free in your mind. You about to lose your breath trying to roll, and you know I am not the one, Mandy. And if I got something to say to you, baby, I'm not gonna go live. I'm gonna call your phone or pull up at your house, boo. So don't play no games, girl. You need to stop trying to stop people's bags, because that's what you be doing. And ain't no sense in you going live. If you want to talk to the queen, my number is the same. You know how to get in touch with me, boo. Have a good day.
Talk about this washed up has-been.
Yeah. Whoever's the loudest wins is how that normally goes. But I'm sorry, Khia, nothing you said was accurate. The truth of the matter is you are not doing better than you were doing when you were in the basement. And TS is doing better. And I feel like and even back then, I felt like we knew what the energy was. It was good cop, bad cop to some extent, which is a show, but also in the way that TS was willing to move around. The way TS was like, I ain't trying to get involved in that, but I want to do this. And then Khia is like, I ain't trying to do all that. Why are you trying to do that? Like, it's always like the person that has a small mind and can't see. They don't have the vision. They'll have somebody that has the vision trying to talk to them, but they scared and they stuck in their own ways. They will mask it as whatever the fuck they want to mask it as. Bitch, y'all ain't about to, bitch, please. At the end of the day, Khia, you blocked your own blessings with your refusal to grow. That's what it looks like to me. I really don't care what anybody's talking about. It is, you know, a key to see them roast each other and go back and forth. It absolutely is. But with that being said, child, let's move on to Jess Hilarious, because I low-key felt like, you know, Jess Hilarious really don't like TS Madison. They have had their history as well. And I feel like TS Madison and Khia arguing must have triggered whatever the fuck Jess Hilarious was going through on the radio show with my crush. Yeah, I'm gonna keep calling her that because that's what she is. I love her. And we found out she was single on that podcast, girl. Okay. Lene Vanee. Okay. Shout out to Lene Vanee for the quick check with the low calm tone. All right. I love a smart check. Okay, let me see.
Good morning.
All right, hold up. I was trying to see if I had it by itself. I thought I had saved it. Let me see. Yeah.
This message is for
Child, everybody was.
Jess. What you
Okay, this is the clip.
do have to have some things ingrained in the way that you move about your day.
Now, mind you, Lene is explaining in this clip the type of relationship she would want. She's single now, and she says a person doesn't have to be, fist pump of righteousness, pro-black all the time, but it needs to be in the way you think and the way you move. I can understand that. Me personally, I'm not the one that's going to be out there in the streets and all of that. I did that shit already as a journalist. I don't want to do it now. I'll do it up here though. And so my thought process is going to validate and, support whatever it is the people out there are trying to do with what I do up here. So that's why we don't have to be doing the exact same thing, but we have to be in, alignment. And I think that's what Lene is talking about in this moment. Being in a relationship with somebody that is aligned in the way she thinks, so that she's not having to argue these points in the relationship, because that shit is exhausting. When you're in a relationship with somebody and they can't deal with what you do and how it affects you, and how, if it is something that is tied to real life situations, it's hard to put it down. And so when you are at home and you're in a relationship and you're talking to people about whatever's going on, if they're not validating, if they're not understanding, that's a relationship that will make you feel unseen.
Period. To understand that the work never stops. So we just got to find that balance.
And for you, I want somebody who knows that women can have babies.
Oh, okay.
Only women can have babies. I just want to let you know that.
Interesting.
See, and what the fuck was that? That's why I wanted to run a clip, because what the fuck was that? I just want to let you know that. Bitch, who you talking to? Who you talking to? Like, what's happening right now? We got beef or something? What, you got an issue with me? Well, we got a fucking problem? What's going on here? It was just so out of left field. That's not what we're talking about. Why would you even say that? It was almost like you was waiting for the opportunity to check her. And if Charlemagne wouldn't have been laughing in the background, it would have had the weird tone that it really was in.
There are other people who can have babies.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if they have a uterus, they can have babies. But they just might not identify as women.
Okay.
Those are two different things. Like, you can be biologically female, but you can't be biologically woman, because woman is a gender construct, a social construct. But if you got a uterus, yeah, you can have a baby.
Yes, that's the point. If you have a uterus, you can have a baby.
Okay, cool.
So then what the fuck is all of this energy about? Like, what's wrong with you, bitch? Like, what did we miss? Because something happened and I don't know what it was, girl. I was like, girl, what we talking about? Wait.
Yeah, we agree on that.
Lene.
But you do have to have something.
Child, the way Lene did that shit and swerved her head around. Okay, so this is when some look, people who I love and we just disagree. This is Cynthia. I stand with Jess Hilarious in reality. feeling can't and won't change the fact that born males with XY chromosomes, which means they cannot produce children regardless of what they identify as. It's simple biology. Stop conflating labels with biology. Yeah, I used to feel the same way. Let's read what Erica said. Claiming your uterus as a superpower is fine, but don't forget that not all women have one, and it doesn't make their identities any less valid. Reducing yourself to just your reproductive organs can lead to objectification and limit the broader spectrum of womanhood. This is the part that Cynthia is missing. This is the part that I was missing in this conversation as well. When we define ourselves solely by biology, we risk losing the richness of our diverse experiences and the strength that comes from our individuality. Trans women may not have uteruses, they're still women. And it's because being a woman is, in our society, y'all, it's a social construct, just like money. Okay? You know that money means something. People are willing to kill over it, but in real life, it's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper, right? But the social construct comes in with the value that you place on it. So now it's not just a piece of paper. It's something that people are willing to kill over, right? That's why you have to understand where people are coming from when they say it's a social construct. And I get it, because I'm in reality too, right? So I need for you to be able to, sex is one thing, yes. But in our society, what we have grown to understand, and I was explaining this in my live yesterday, what it means to be a woman. What it means to be a woman is more than just your reproductive ability. And the reason why we need to commit that to our minds, even if it means allowing other people into the spectrum of womanhood, in our minds, because at the end of the day, you're not controlling what nobody else is doing, just to be clear. But in your mind, once you start to realize I'm more than just having a baby, I'm more than just a coochie, like my womanhood is more than just titties. It's important to have that thought process at some point, because as women, we go through these points in our lives where all of a sudden having a womb is no longer important because you're past the time in your life where you can have children. Or women have to go through things like mastectomies or hysterectomies, having these things removed from them that will then make them feel less than a woman. That's why being a woman is a social construct, because if being a woman is about chromosomes, okay, and it is, but being a female is about chromosomes. But if being a woman was really about chromosomes, then women would not feel that they're less of a woman if they can't have children, because the chromosomes are still the same. They would not feel less of a woman if they have to get their breasts cut off because they had cancer in their bodies. They wouldn't feel less of a woman if they cut their hair off, right? Like, just think about it. It is the way, and you don't understand that some of these ideals push you into a corner and make you feel uneasy about yourself. So for instance, I'm gonna use this as an example. Y'all, I don't like when hair grows under my arm, so I wax, right? But I will literally wear clothes to cover up the fact that I haven't gotten a wax yet, because I don't want anybody to see me with hair under my arms. I should not feel like that about it. That's where hair grows. If I haven't got to the wax yet, does that now mean that I don't take care of myself and I'm not as clean, or I don't smell good or something because you can see the hair under my arms? But that's the way my mind feels about it. Because that's what I was taught growing up, that girls are supposed to not have hair under their arms. They're supposed to be bald, bald like fucking Mr. Bigglesworth and shit. Bald kitty and all. We make ourselves feel less feminine, less beautiful, less like women if we don't stick to these very strict rules about what womanhood means. That is us allowing the pressure of society to push us into a corner, and now they don't have to tell us what a woman is. Now it's in our minds how they feel about what a woman is. That's what the male gaze means. Seeing yourself through the lens of people outside of yourself. Not really how you would feel if you were not told that certain things weren't feminine or certain things weren't, for a woman to do. That's what I need for y'all to understand. It's not about allowing weird ass niggas into womanhood, because to be very clear, men do what they want to do anyway. Men do what they want to do anyway. You want to talk about being replaced? Because a lot of Black women, Just Hilarious included, you feel like the receiving of trans women means that, oh, we're letting men erase us. You mean the way Diddy, R. Kelly's abusive men erase women? And y'all don't seem to care about that. That's when you have to start to realize how conflicting your ideals are, right? You have conflicting ideals that you need to unpack so that you could free yourself from how you even judge yourself in these frameworks of what gender and what a woman is and what a man is. For instance, with men can't do shit without y'all calling them gay. Calling them gay puts them in danger with other men. So now niggas gotta be doing everything a certain way. And you wonder why they're so miserable. You wonder why they hate their lives. A part of it is because they, in order to be a man, they have to be something that they're actually really not. You don't allow them to figure out what that means for them personally. You want them to be a man or a woman based on what society has told y'all a man and a woman is. And most people are not fitting into these very hard, rigid lines of a box of what it means to be a man or a woman. So I need it. Yes, it's an unrealistic fear. It's just like white people have an unrealistic fear that Black people and Latina people coming to America is going to erase them. Like at some point, yeah, but your DNA still gets passed down regardless. Even if it's already happened. First of all, do you know how many white lines have turned into Black ones? Slavery did that. So the fear that they have has already taken place in one way or another because it's not something you can control. That's why it's an unnatural fear, because it's something that you can't control. Therefore, it's not really something you should be worried about. You can't control how every man shows up. You can't control how every woman shows up. And specifically around you, childhood, when it comes to children and teenagers, is a time for them to be trying to figure out who they are. And if all y'all do is impress on them these hard, rigid lines that they have to live within, they're being taught how to be a copy and paste, not themselves, but a copy and paste. So I just need, and that's what I want to do. I just want to help y'all change your perspective so you can really see it, because you're not really seeing it accurately if you think this conversation is only about, oh, XY chromosomes. Men don't have babies, women have. I get what that feels like, but that's not what's really being said. That's not what we're really talking about. We're talking about how all of these little boxes that y'all put people in order for them to be a woman or a man is harmful to people who aren't even trans. It's harmful to everybody. It's harmful to us as Black women that a large nose or strong bone structure or having an athletic build body or being tall means you are less of a woman and you're masculine, you're manly. So that means that if you get shot by Tory Lanez, everybody's going to act like you deserved it before they even find out what happened, because you're tall and you have strong legs. The same shit that they use to make you attractive. Oh, she a stallion. But as soon as you get put in one of these fucked up situations, then that's turned against you. You see what I'm saying? Being transphobic so that you can keep men out of women's spaces, the mentality of it also harms Black women who are women when they are now being seen as less of a woman because they don't fit into the white, ultra feminine, soft, docile, submissive version of a woman. And Black women are the ones that are always being called aggressive. Anytime we take accountability or responsibility for ourselves, anytime we cut off our hair, anytime the clothes are not tight, anytime the titties aren't sitting up, it's all of a sudden, you're not enough of a woman. So you don't deserve my respect. And I was explaining that to my husband, even when we go out, sometimes me and my friends will go out. I have to be conscious of the way I dress. I might want to be dressed in something more comfortable, right? I may not want to wear something tight or form-fitting that's going to make me look cute. I might want to look like Shive, or I might want to look fly or whatever. But I have to think about, if I look too masculine, how men are going to treat me when I go out. How they're going to go out of their way to try to be rude to me. Because if I don't look ultra feminine, it means they can now come at me in a weird ass way. Like, oh, since you think you a nigga, I'm going to show you you not a nigga. A lot of men, especially down here, act like that. A lot of men are actually still attracted to those women. That's why y'all find, bisexual studs and all of that. That should let y'all know that all of this shit is a fucking spectrum. Even in the homosexual community, trying to create these hard lines. I see a lot of stud girls back in the day, they're now stems. You know why? Because as soon as they said they was a stud, now all of a sudden they can't pop their hip. They can't be, they're a woman, but now they can't even be feminine in any type of way for real, because now they've assigned themselves as being a stud. Now I understand why the boxes are problematic. Because even in the LGBT community, it's supposed to be a space of freeness. But as a 30-something-year-old, I get over there on TikTok in this area, and now I'm being told that I'm not allowed to fit into this space. Been eating coochie before some of these hoes was alive. And they're telling me that I don't fit into this space because I just so happen to be married to a man because he was the flyest motherfucker around. Not because he was a man, but because he was literally the safest, most loving person that I had encountered, male or female. And I had dated both of them. I had dated women. I had dated men. I had been abused and mistreated by both men and women. Get with somebody that just chill. It's not hard. I'm supposed to feel like I'm wrong or something's wrong with me because I chose the person that treated me the best. Now I'm not bisexual. Now I'm not supposed to, hold up my little LGB, flag, as that's still a representation of who I am. I'm still very much attracted to women. The part of that is the reason why I make such a good partner. Is because I am balanced in who I am. All of that now from the gay community is being told to me that it's a bad thing for me to be like this. I'm supposed to be only with women because if I'm not only with women, I'm dirty. I was trying to explain it to the gay girls that y'all are doing the same thing that these niggas do. Telling women that if they've been with other men or however men they've been with, now they're dirty. That's the way the lesbians treat bisexual women. And I do understand the side of it of being male-centered. But how about you have a conversation with people? Ask them about Tory Lanez. Ask them about Megan Thee Stallion. Ask them about DDG. Ask them about Diddy. Ask them about R. Kelly. Ask them about these celebrities. That is how you find out if they're male-centered or not. Not because I'm married to a man, but because of the way I actually think. And y'all don't even want to take time to find out how I think. You want to just label me. So when you understand that no matter where you are, somebody's trying to force you into a fucking box. Somebody's trying to force you to be a certain way to fit how they think about it. Yeah, that's when you start to realize that none of this shit is real. And everybody needs to calm the fuck down and just take a deep breath, figure your own shit out, and allow people to do the same without all of this extra judgment and all of this turning your nose down that motherfuckers like to do. Because please understand how it's happening in these gay communities as well, which is so weird to me. Because then I look at it the same way I look at racism. When you see Black people handling gay people or even handling each other in a way that's like, well, what about the racism? Y'all forgot how they treated us. Why are you now adopting these same mentalities and treating other people the way we were treated when we didn't like that shit? So why are we doing this to gay people? Why are we doing this to other people if we didn't like when it was being done to us? That's my mentality. And then you get into the LGBTQ community and realize they're doing the same shit. Y'all doing the same shit the straight people doing. And then when somebody try to tell you about it, y'all want to have the same circular fucking arguments about body count and about soul ties and all of this bullshit. Man, get the fuck off me. If I decide I'm done with somebody, I'm motherfucking done. Get off of me. I don't give a fuck how much we smashed. I don't care how much I loved you then. Once I get to the point that I don't give a fuck no more, ain't no such thing as no motherfucking soul tie. Whatever the lesson was supposed to be learned, that's the soul tie. The lesson has been learned. The tie has been broken. We moving the fuck on. Everybody is finding words and ways to put everybody else into a box. And I do feel like it comes from fear. It comes from fear. Erykah Badu always said the only emotions there really are is fear and love. And everything else is, based off of those two emotions. Your anger, all of it is love, fear. Love, fear. That's all it is. Humans do be weird. Hey, my girl. Okay, shout out to Erica De Niro. Trans people are existing outside of the matrix. That's admirable and honorable. Rejection to this system is on my frequency. I will support it. Exactly. And you would say things sometimes and I'd be like, damn, Erica don't see how, like, it feels like these niggas is impeding on us in this way too. And then I had to realize, and I'm just now getting to this point, but you stick with it until your mind unwraps from it. And then you see it like, okay. Because then you start to see how these same things affect women in a negative way. And that's when you have to look at it, right? That's why I get mad at pick-me's, because it's like y'all refuse to see how the shit that y'all put on other women, the judgments y'all put on other women also harm you. I don't get that. I don't get that. Once I got it, I don't want to make somebody else feel like that. Once I didn't figure it out, and I've always kind of felt like that. I want to be a safe space. This is another one. I don't know why I can't find it. Hold up. Because y'all showing love today. Thank you. Letting men define your womanhood while reducing yourself to your reproductive ability is directly from the patriarchal playbook. You're doing the work for them. Yes. And that's another thing. Y'all have to understand a lot of the things that you've been taught that you feel so strongly about are mechanisms that were put in place. Please understand your mind is a computer. Your mind is a computer. They have downloaded you with all of these things. Men look like this. Women look like this. This is feminine. This is masculine. You get bombarded with the downloads over and over and over and over again. You are not coming to these conclusions on your own the way you think you are. Once you realize how much you are being brainwashed and manipulated all over the place, then you start to see the manipulation. Then you can pick it out. Then you can unpack it. Then you can be like, oh, is that why I would feel bad when this happened? You have to unwrap yourself from the programming, because once you realize it's programming, you realize that you are being an Agent Smith, as my girl Erica De Niro would say. You're being someone that is being put in place to just hold these parameters in place to keep everybody down, right? Everything that y'all keeping your foot on somebody's neck. The men want to keep their foot on the women's neck. And so the women who have aligned themselves with the men, that's why you're male-centered. You see yourself in the man before you see yourself in the woman, i.e. Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion. You don't see yourself as the woman getting shot and being told it's your fault. You see yourself as the man, or being related to the man and him being arrested or put in jail for something that he didn't do, like it's the fucking 60s or some shit. No, that's not what we are. Upgrade and realize that what happens still to this day, that was happening back then when the niggas was having all of the racism shit happen to them with the FBI and all of that, the women were still being treated the same the entire time. When are we going to grow past it so that we can free ourselves from this cycle that everybody keeps going through? It's not about you being good or understanding other people all the time. Sometimes looking within what bothers you, what hurts you, what upsets you, really, and assessing it will help you unwrap yourself from why you feel the way you feel. Anything that makes you feel upset and you don't know why, like Jess hilarious. Jess needs to sit down and ask herself, why does this bother me so much? Why? This don't have nothing to do with me. I ain't paying bills for no trans person. So why the fuck am I so upset and bothered by this? Is it because I don't like people making me feel like I'm less of a woman because this person who is actually biologically male is now being seen as feminine as me? And what I've been taught is that, to be a woman is to be a woman. But for a man to want to be a woman is bad. To want to be feminine is bad, right? That's not true though. But you have to ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? What is this feeling? Because a lot of times you feel like you feel something. Jess's response and all of the women that feel the same way as her is because it is creating a response inside of you that makes you feel like something is being taken from you. And I need for you to understand that nothing is being taken. You need to expand your understanding of yourself. Understanding what trans people represent as people that should be able to exist outside of the binary, as my girl Erica says. When you can exist outside of the binary, people will stop judging you and you will stop judging yourself for these very small, irrelevant things that cause all of this strife. So a bunch of shit that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. For instance, if y'all really care about God and religion like y'all say y'all do, one of the main things you should understand is that we are only in these bodies for a time. Our soul is going to move at some point, right? Our soul is not attached to a body. So what we do with these bodies should not matter when it comes to the religion or the spirit, because essentially the religion is supposed to be about the spirit, not the body. And the things that happen to the body affect the spirit. Absolutely. That's true. But why the fuck am I judging people and saying they're going to go to hell for being trans or being gay when that is simply a body thing? Once our souls are out of our bodies, we are neither male or female. We're just a soul. That's why trans people represent something actually good if you think about it, because it's the soul not being wrapped up in whatever their wrapping is. Yes, this is an experience. When y'all get so wrapped up in the physical, and then at the same time, you kind of attach it to Christianity or religion, and oh my God, didn't da, 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 da. Girl, your God identifies you as a soul, not as a physical body. God is supposed to only care about your soul, not your physical body. So a man having sex with a man, it doesn't matter. It's two souls. A woman having sex with a woman, it doesn't matter. It's two souls. A soul deciding, I don't like how this body looks or feels, so I'm going to do different shit to it. And then I'm going to make it look how I want it to look. It's still a soul. So once we can understand that, maybe we can stop judging each other so harshly on these things that once we die, they will not matter. What will matter is your soul. What will matter is how you made people feel. That's what will matter. Yes, God is non-binary, all and both. Which is so hard for me because I want to believe that God is a woman. If God is anything, bitch, it's a woman. Okay? If it's anything.
This message is.
But yeah, y'all. I feel like, and it's right here. My uterus is my superpower. Signed, a woman. You having a uterus that creates life is a superpower. It's magical. Women are far more connected to spirit than men are, which is why you shouldn't be so male identified. Which is why you shouldn't be centering men. If you having a uterus and being a woman is so fucking great, why do you always center men? Why do you always put men at the center of whatever your thought process is on things? Think about it. Just think about it. But yes, creating life, having a child is amazing. It is, but it's not the only amazing thing. Jess, if all you were was a mother, you wouldn't be happy. If all you were was a mother, you would not be happy. Because what time has taught us is having children and being a mother is not enough to fulfill a soul. It's not. It's not. It's just not. It has its times where that's the forefront, but that's not the only thing it's for. You're not only for being a mother. It's so much more than that, to the point that even if you can't have children or you don't have children, you can still be a mother to people. See what I'm saying? That's why TS Madison not really being a woman or a female, okay, just to be clear, doesn't mean that she's not mother. Because mother provides, mother takes care. Mother has nurturing about her. So TS Madison can be a chick with a dick. But when mother opens up her old house to help people and be a mother to them and give them a safe space, you're still being a mother, even if you didn't have a child. Because being a mother is more than just pushing a child out of your body. Yes, that is it. But how many women push children out of their coochies and they not a mother to none of them? How many bitches had babies in bathrooms because they was high on drugs? And somebody that couldn't have a child came and took that baby and gave that baby a wonderful existence in life. Because being a mother is more than your production of your cooch. Okay? Your reproduction. It's more. It's more than that. Okay? So now that I'm done, okay, I would like and hope and pray that for the people that was a little bit in the middle, that might have made it a little bit more clear for them to understand. But, at the end of the day, if y'all want to wrap yourselves in, your patriarchy flags, everybody has to be like this, because if not, I'm going to bully them about it. If that's how you want to live your life, that's your fucking business. But you're going to end up like Khia. Okay? Listen. You are going to hate your way into hating your own life. So good luck on that. And y'all know how I feel. There are moments where I absolutely fuck with Jess hilarious, but this is one of them times where it's like, oh my God, girl, when are you gonna grow up? Like, when are you gonna grow out of this? Speaking, where's the India girl? Did I not save it? Because I want to go to the India girl, and y'all, we gonna come back because I want to get into that. Not today, but I want to talk about the Lady Luck situation, because y'all used to like me some Lady Luck back in the day. I don't know what the fuck didn't happen, but Kevin Lyles, she accused Kevin Lyles, and I've been waiting on stories to come out about Kevin Lyles ever since he stepped down from his job. I was like, I'm waiting on that nigga, because I already know you was hanging around Diddy, you was cool with him, you being named in a lot of this shit. Oh, I'm just waiting on the stories to come out. For it to be Lady Luck, that's wild. That's wild. Oh, y'all, hold up. I'm sorry. We're gonna take a quick break. Like the video, support the channel as I find India Love doing dumb shit on the internet.
Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you said, anywhere.
Somebody said that.
I'm mad. I thought I saved it and I'm looking on site and I can't find it. India Love. It'll come up. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it.
The fuck? Like, when you got genuine people in your corner and a genuine person like Moo, who genuinely is like a great guy, who doesn't have no expectations other than wanting to see another person win and do good and be respectful and every great attribute and characteristic in a person, he shows that in every way to me. So I don't give a rat's ass who, what, when, where, why, and how. Like, I'm very much team Moo. I'm very much team, like, you know, you gotta, like, do for those and pour into those who pour into you. And you gotta, like, really pay attention to people's character these days. Like, behind the scenes type of character, when nobody's watching type of character. And I feel like he gives and how.
Okay. So that was India Love. Okay, very beautiful young woman. She was defending DDG and just saying how great he is and how he's been pouring into her. And
you got genuine people. Diddy's actually a genuine nice person. Like,
yes,
he's shark. He be sharking, but
he's a genuinely nice person. This is just me, okay? I was trying to see if I could find a clip because I think I saw something on TikTok, but I didn't save it, where he was macking on her. He was macking on her. I believe he was like feeding her food or something. Kai Cenat caught DDG hiding inside of India Love's closet.
People say you was smoking.
Okay. Hear it. Yeah, hear
felt
it.
the way and I drunk.
This is what I've been trying to be like that. Not only
Right now.
this is what I've been trying to tell you.
You want to slow dance in front of the whole room?
Yeah. This is what I've been trying to tell you. Like,
Felt the way and I drunk some shots. So
DDG and Duke Dennis battle over India. So y'all see he feeding her the fry and all of that, right? So to me, first of all, y'all got to know that all of this shit is being done because everybody wants to be famous, right? Everybody wants to be famous, so they make a storyline out of their lives. Beautiful girl, right? She look a little old, but beautiful girl, okay? To me, I think it's weird when somebody has known somebody for 5 minutes, you've met their representative, and now you're getting online so that you can let everybody know that what their baby mama said was a lie because it's your experience of him, right? So Crystal Crave, y'all, I love Crystal Crave. I think she's an amazing artist and a really great social media personality. But this is what I be talking about when I say the people who you expect to have, you know, a certain perspective say things, and it's like, okay. So Crystal says she's speaking on her experience with him in real life versus everybody else on social media. Can't get mad at her for having a genuine friendship with him. Yes, we can. Yes, the fuck we can, because her genuine relationship with him did not have to translate to her coming online to tell us that she don't give a fuck about what Haley said about him, Holly. She don't give a fuck about what Ruby Rose said about him. She don't give a fuck about none of that recent news that came out about him being violent with his baby mama. None of that matters because she met him for a few days and he was macking on her and being nice and pulling out chairs and offering to pay for shit. And so now you believe you have a better understanding of this man than the women he was in long-term relationships with. Is that right? This is how it happens. And this is why it's so aggravating. I don't know if these two people will start dating because y'all know they like to frame everything like, oh, he's a great friend. Oh, girl, he's not a friend. He wants to fuck you. Shut up. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. He wants to fuck you. He's not a good friend. Let me tell you something. The only way you could tell if somebody, and this is just a tester that I do, 2 years. If you have been friends with somebody for 2 years, this is what I've learned recently. You can't be out here really calling people your friend unless y'all have been friends for a full 2 years. And y'all have had conflict at some point and how y'all resolve the conflict. That is the teller of if somebody is really your friend or not. If they're not, they'll do all kind of stupid shit to get out of accountability or to get out of arguments, or they'll just treat you badly, disregard you, and then expect you to keep going along with it. As long as they can give you a sad sap story about why it happened, right? People want you to be okay with them mistreating you. And then when you say something about it, then you're the bad guy. So that is why You can't be cool with a nigga for a few days, a few weeks, or a few months and think you have enough evidence to come out on the fucking internet and tell us that what his baby mama said, that shit don't matter. That don't matter. He's a good person in real life, as if that is not a contradiction. And then y'all keep saying that's her experience. That's her experience, as if she's about to get a different version of DDG than Holly or Ruby Rose got. No, bitch, it's the beginnings of it. That's why they say it's love bombing. Because a person is introducing you to the representative so that they can lock you into the emotional enmeshment, and then they can turn on who they really are. And by the time you get there, all of the hard work of getting you in love and all wrapped up in them has already, look at her. Look at her. How long has it been that she even been hanging around him? A weekend or so? And you on the internet using your image to tell everybody he's not the bad guy that everybody thinks he is. Bitch, girl, you can't even tell me that he didn't plant that seed in your mind, or you doing that was not his intention. That's what these niggas do. They've been accused of something terrible because that's who they are. And so now they're going to pour sugar on everybody else so everybody else will believe, well, that's not my experience. That's why in the comments of the original post, I said, we'll revisit this in time. Y'all should have saw how many young women who follow me decided they wanted to come under that post and write paragraphs letting me know that they're malfunctioning because they don't like the way I responded. Two things about the way I responded. First of all, I did not take her word for it. They didn't like that. Then they also felt like the way I responded was not a judgment, but it also wasn't letting up. Y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like the classy based way of being a grown woman and assessing something and then realizing you don't have to fight about it. We could just wait and see. We could just wait and see. Y'all don't like that vibe. Y'all don't like when I give y'all that vibe. Y'all want me to fucking argue with y'all and all of this shit. But when I say straight up, we just gonna revisit it in time. That's me saying she could be right, but she's probably wrong. And then if we give it some time, we'll find out that what she's saying right now is bullshit, because she don't know what the fuck she talking about. And this is what y'all, and this is the whole thing. You don't know them in real life. When people say and do certain things as a pattern, I don't need to know them in real life to know how they move. I've seen enough real examples in my real life. Everybody is just a prototype of other people because you live in a society. They want y'all to what? Copy and paste. They want everybody to be a copy and paste version of something. You just like another nigga that's just like you, that's just like another nigga that's just like you. So I don't need to actually personally know DDG to see how he treats people, how he calls women bitches, how he responds to the internet and needing the validation, making Holly out to be the bad guy, consistently ignoring when she wanted things to stay private. All I had to do was see all of those personality, characteristic archetypes inside of him in order for me to know the type of nigga he was, because I met that type of nigga in real life. I don't need to know his version of it in order for me to see 1, 2, 3, he's that type of nigga. I don't, girl. And see, once you get to my frequency, because I don't want you to think we higher, levels and all that. But once you get to my frequency, you realize that when you start to explain away the red flags, that's a red flag. Once you recognize the pattern of behavior, clock it and move around. The older you get, the more you respond like that. When you're still young, it's like you're not sure. You don't want to believe what everybody else is saying because I don't know y'all. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know him. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. But a lot of us know what we're talking about because we've experienced the same type of person. And once you understand the type of person that has harmed you or did something fucked up to you, you can see the characteristics in everybody else. It's very clear. I don't need to know him in order to know him. The fuck be wrong with y'all? Her experience of him. What would have been, and this is what I want y'all to do as women. Even if you want to be a pick-me, right? Because a pick-me is you're going to ignore the previous Yelp reviews because you want so badly to be picked by this man because of whatever attracts you to him, right? You should have had that in private. You didn't have to bring that to the internet. You could have had that relationship. You could have did whatever you wanted to do without coming to us so that you can bolster his image to us. That's the first red flag, that as soon as he nice to bitches for 5 minutes, they all online trying to curtail what Holly and Ruby have already experienced and said what happened. These women that don't know him are now supposed to combat the image that the women who do know him have already told y'all about. They've already told y'all who he is. Now he's going to go and pretend to be a nice guy with a whole bunch of new people so that they will then fight the real version of him. That's what's happening here. I don't know why that's not obvious to everybody, that India getting her ass on the internet to speak on his behalf was absolutely his way of putting a battery in her back. That's why y'all are pick-me's. Because you really don't know that nigga, and you couldn't know that nigga because I'm not even relying on my recognition of him. I'm also relying on Holly Bailey and Ruby Rose's recognition of him. That other girl who he rolled up on and was stalking her and shit and rolled up on her while she was live on the internet. I have seen him do enough things to know what those things mean as far as his personality type. You popping up on women, trying to control them, calling them bitches, trying to use your fans to attack them, but trying to mask it like that's not what you're trying to do. Yeah, all of that, red flags all over the fucking place. He's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. I don't care. A man that will manhandle a woman, that will be calling women bitches after she didn't almost died to bring your child into the world. Get out of my car, bitch. All of that shit. Yeah, no, you're not a good guy. I don't care. You're not. And anybody that's speaking up on his behalf either has something to gain from the situation or you don't fucking know him, but you're too dumb to know that you don't fucking know him. Like, bitch, you know him for a few days does not mean you know him better than Holly, just like us on the internet, not having actual real interactions with him, don't know him. Just like we don't know him, you don't know him either, bitch. But the young women that were in long-term relationships with him that have validated the pattern recognition that I've clocked, those women know him. You don't know him. So you telling us that we supposed to take your word for it because you know him and we don't, but you're not going to take the other women's word for it, even though they've known him longer than you. Do you see how that's fucking stupid and don't make no sense? Anytime women are getting on the fucking internet to argue on behalf of some nigga that's been accused of something, you look stupid, bitch. You look dumb. I might find it hard to stop calling y'all bitches in these contexts. And the reason why I say that is because if you just wait a little while, he's going to show you exactly who he is, which is why you should be quiet until you actually see it. How people handle conflict. How people handle you when they get angry. How people handle you after the honeymoon phase is over. That's why you can't trust what you're seeing from people in a short period of time. That's why you look stupid. And this is another thing. That's why you know it's not a platonic relationship. That's why you know. I don't know why anyone in a platonic relationship with someone thinks they can speak to how that person is in a romantic relationship. That's absolutely right. Which should let you know that what's going on between them is romantic. Because why the fuck you feel like you even have the room to come up and let us know that he nice to you? So that means he ain't do what he did to the Little Mermaid. Bitch, what? It's like, damn, can we get 30 business days before these niggas regenerate the cycle of finding another stupid ass pick-me young woman to convince that the previous woman is crazy and a lie? So now we get you love bombed and you know, ushered in, and he's just gonna do the same thing to you? Girl, I'm gonna pray for y'all. Lastly, Miss, I'm fighting over dick and I'm not a girl's girl. The funny part be when you peep how people who don't like each other have the exact same mentality. That shit is hilarious. So for me, Cardi screaming on the internet about Offset and how he doing her while she simultaneously embarrasses herself with Stephon Diggs. I didn't save it because I didn't care to, but Stephon Diggs had her on a boat with a whole bunch of bitches, looked like they was doing pink cocaine or something. I don't know if that's what was happening, but that's what they said. Either way, it's given you doing too much already. And that's what you was doing with Offset. They was like, girl, when she put his name in a song, I remember a lot of us was like, I don't know why you did that. You're gonna regret that. And y'all always want to call us haters and bitter and all of this stupid shit. But really, what we understand is that you can never go too hard for these niggas in public because they will always do shit to humiliate you. And the way you save face as a woman, the way these niggas save face is by not doing all of that fucking talking about how great these niggas are too soon. Like, do you know how long I have had to be with this nigga to speak kindly on him on the internet and how he has to like repeatedly show up as this nigga in order for me to continue to say these things? Like, you know how long it be? Like, listen. Me and Lyric figured out we've been knowing each other since my 19th birthday. That's the day we met. On my 19th birthday, I'm 37. Somebody do the goddamn math. But it took a long time. And we always up for renewal. Okay, around this motherfucker. We check in. We around for renewals. You still good? Y'all be fighting over dick way too soon, way too hard, and in a way that makes you look dumb. And that's how Cardi looks right now. Let's listen to her scream before I get off of here.
In the Atlanta house. You're in the Atlanta house right now. And your bitch be going over there. And I want you, and you know what's so crazy? I be wanting to go over there and clap shit the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, I'm paying for the bill and that shit because you haven't paid shit for a whole year. But you know what? You harass me so much when I be with my nigga that I just want peace. I want peace. You want to be with your bitch in this house? Alright, fine. Just please leave me alone. I just want niggas to leave me the fuck alone. I just want to be left alone. I want to be free. What, baby, whatever the fuck you want, I'll give it to you. I just want to be free. I don't want to be called 40,000 times. Threatening me. And I've been trying to protect your image, but you asking me for spousal support. And
so when we say protecting image, India Love, getting on the internet to tell us who DDG really is in comparison to his baby mama and previous girlfriend. Image. It will always bite you in your ass, putting them niggas before you because they will use that against you. Stop being dumb.
It's like, wow, that's some real bitch nigga shit. You're in the Atlanta house. You're in the Atlanta house right now. And your bitch be going over there. And I want you, and you know what's so crazy? I be wanting to go over there and clap shit the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, I'm paying for the bill and that shit because you haven't paid shit for a whole year. But you know what? You harass me so much when I be with my nigga that I just want peace. I want peace. You want to be with your bitch in this house? Alright, fine. Just please leave me alone. I just want niggas to leave me the fuck alone. I just want to be left alone. I want to be free. You're trying to make it seem like because I'm a bad mom. Well, when you tell niggas that I'm a bad mom, make sure you tell niggas that Cardi B, Belcalis, Marlenis, and Manzar is paying $50,000 a fucking month for her kids because you don't help me with nothing. Go tell the people when's the last time you seen your fucking kids. And you know what you did? You know what you did? You know what you fucking did? You coerced my daughter. You did a
coerce. You coerced
video, and you keep threatening about this video. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I take a picture every single day. I can tell y'all every single day where I be at work. You coerced my daughter to say on FaceTime, oh, I miss my mommy. She's never here. She this, and that. And every single day you threaten me with that video. Like if I don't be busting my ass for them motherfucking kids, nigga. The fuck? You trying to make it seem like because I'm a bad mom. Well, when you tell that fuck ass nigga, and you know I was gonna stay quiet, but you're not gonna be sitting here in the industry trying to say that I'm a fuck mom. Nigga, I'll bust my ass for these fucking kids.
Okay. So there's two things that's happening. First of all, you can hear the sincerity of anguish in her voice. And as a woman, I think we identify with the feeling that she's describing. And so here's how you handle these situations. Stop feeding into the emotional cycle of a narcissist, right? If he's a narcissist the way you say, you getting on the internet and raising your pressure and screaming and hollering and all of that, that's feeding him. He's getting fed off of that. His face is on the internet because you're screaming about him. You could be somewhere with Stefan Diggs being happy like you was, right? But no, today you got to pay for all that fun you was having. So now he's going to do something to disrupt your life in some type of way to make you pay. Yeah, that's how these niggas be, which is why you shouldn't be so in a rush to put another nigga in his spot thinking you getting a better version when it's so obvious that you're probably not. I don't know Stefan Diggs, but I know a nigga that's moving the way he moving at some point is going to cold switch on you, right? The cold switch is whenever they decide that they no longer need to pretend to like you for whatever reason or pretend to be nice. Because I feel like in general, men pretend to be nice to women so that they can get whatever they want out of them. Then when they decide they don't have to pretend to be nice anymore, normally whenever they've got you bitched or whatever, then you find out who the real them is. They talk to you crazy. They handle you like you just some bitch on the street after they pedestalize you in order for you to start to love them the way they wanted you to love them, so then you will be loyal and all of that. So basically the same cycle of abuse that she went through with Offset, she will probably end up going through with this nigga because she still has not evolved or grown. She tries, and there have been like little spurts here and there. But when she get online and say, I'm not a girl's girl, when she get online and say, I'm still fighting over dick, no matter how many times that dick was humiliating you, yeah, you haven't grown. And this is when the accountability thing comes into play. Women, you have to be accountable in what you go through. It's a lesson. Learn the fucking lesson or you'll keep going through it over and over again. You'll keep ending up with the same type of men, the same type of women. You'll keep having these same dining experiences if you don't learn from it. And part of what y'all need to learn, the biggest thing, is to stop slipping and falling on love and romance and ignoring the truth of situations because you still want to live in the la-la land that we all have determined is not real. Everybody that's like, you're not just not having the fairy tale experience because you haven't found the right guy. No, it's not a fairy tale. Even when you find the right guy, what that means for you, it's still not a fairy tale. It's still work. It's still growth. It's still stretching. It's still work. And I think a lot of y'all think that one bad experience means, oh, I'm just going to find the next nigga and he going to be a better experience. No, bitch. Look at the last one. Look at Offset. Look at all of the things that attracted you to him at the beginning. Look at how that shit turned out. Look back on how it was a manipulation. Look back on how you still being manipulated. Why are you claiming Stefan Diggs like that? Have a good time. I'm out here with these niggas. Why are, you know what I mean? He's one of. That's what it needs to be. I'm just having a good time. You want to be free? Stop trying to get a new owner because you think you're going to get a better model, because you're just going to end up being in the same situation all over again if you don't change yourself. And the fact that she's still online screaming about Offset mean she has not changed herself. And when you don't change yourself, you are going to repeat the same cycle of abuse. And then you're going to come to us crying about it. And it's going to be the same thing over and over again. That's why people stop giving a fuck about women pain at some point. Because women, even though y'all are on a merry-go-round that somebody else put y'all on, at some point you realize, bitch, I can just step off this motherfucker. I don't have to keep spinning around. Bitch, I feel like I'm about to throw up. Step off the merry-go-round, bitch. Step off the tilt-a-whirl. Get off of the ride. Get off of the bus. Just get off. And the way you do this in real life, because I like to take things to a practical level, and I'm gonna get off here. The way you do this in real life is to stop dishonoring yourself. In the smallest moments in relationships with people, when you feel like you're kind of, I don't want to do this. I don't feel good about this. And you allow the person to like make you basically move closer to them by betraying yourself. I'm gonna play this clip and get off here.
Sometimes celibacy is like the band-aid fix that people think is going to solve everything. If I just don't get penetrated by somebody, then I'm no longer going to have the same people-pleasing tendencies.
Yeah.
It's not just about the sex. It's about betraying myself to get closer to someone else.
Oh, yes. Across the board.
Yes. Yes. Which is why sometimes when women be like, oh, I'm just not having sex. Yeah, but did you do all of the other stuff too? Because if you didn't do all of the other stuff too, it's still going to show up. It's still going to show up. Your people pleasing is still going to show up.
That's the lesson. That is exactly it. That sentence, betraying myself to get closer to somebody else, no matter what that means.
No matter who it is. No matter who it is or what it means. I have recently in relationships with people watched how they would try to like impress themselves on me, and how every time I was like, no, don't do that. Boundary, right? Me putting up the boundary, and then clocking how before I would have felt like, oh, I don't want to be mean, or I don't want to fuck up the vibe. And so now I'm going to betray myself just so I can keep this whole flow happening, when at the end of the day, I'm going to end up feeling bad because I did not honor myself, because you have to honor yourself before everybody else. Period. Friendships, relationships, your family, you have got to center yourself and stop betraying you so that you can move closer to whoever has convinced you that they're the best thing since sliced bread this time. Okay? With that being said, I'm going to leave y'all because I got a massage in an hour and Lyric is tapping on his imaginary watch. So I got to go. I love you all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out. And Diva, you already know I'm about to click on this goddamn laptop and be seeing whatever you was doing when I got up here. All right. So y'all make sure y'all follow my girl, Erica De Niro.